What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Please excuse my hair. It's hair wash day, but I don't wash it until the nighttime. Also excuse this. I'm having an allergic reaction and I don't know what's causing it, and I don't want to contaminate my brushes. I will be cleaning them at some point today, but right now I'm not going to worry about that. So today I'm doing my makeup inventory. I have a little note card with everything on it. This could have very well changed since the time I wrote it, since I did write it last month. And it's currently February 19th, Sunday, February 19th. So if that's the case, I apologize. But I do keep my makeup in 3 different storage areas. So I have, let me move things. So I have this little bag, which is full of my everyday makeup. And next to that I have my palettes that I use normally. And then on the other side of that, I keep a little acrylic box with all of my lip products, except the one chapstick, which I do keep in my everyday makeup. And then finally, this holds the bulk of my makeup. All the rest of it is in there. And I know for a fact that I don't have any makeup at home because I made sure to declutter so I can fit it all into the little black box. So yeah, let me just get started. I don't have a specific order I'm going in, just going in the way it is on my card. So first I have 3 primers. The first one I have is the Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. I love this. It's really the main one that I use. Very big, smells super good. So yeah, I am going to keep using this. It's my main primer, I guess. And then I have the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer. I like to use this on natural makeup days and kind of put concealer on and then put this over that concealer, especially if I'm doing cream bronzer, cream blush. I just feel this kind of blends everything together and does it, but I don't like the way it looks under foundation because it makes me look super oily, because I have oily skin already, especially around the outer part of my face and my cheeks and stuff. Yeah, and then the last one that I have is the Jecca Black Glow Drops. I've never used these before, and I will probably replace this with this once this runs out. I actually don't know how much is in here, but it still seems pretty full. Next I have color corrector. I only have one. I'm debating whether or not I want to declutter it because it is pretty old. It is pretty old. It's the Dragon Beauty lavender thing. I only use a little bit under my eyes. It's starting to not necessarily discolor, but separate. It doesn't. Oh, I broke it. Okay, so I guess I don't have a color corrector anymore. One item down. I'm not going to count it as an empty because it is still very full, but that happened. Moving on. Next I have 4 foundations. The main one I'm using right now is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. I love this. I also like the doe foot applicator. I know a lot of people hate those because they're so hard to clean. I prefer them. I like them. This is in the shade Nude 40. I like it. So next I have the Morphe SPF 30 Glow Stunner. I'm in the shade Medium Glow 6. I actually don't have a lot in here, but this is my summer shade, clearly. But I do think that I could finish this year, so I might add it to a project pan, a seasonal project pan. Next I have the Revlon Color Stay Longwear Makeup for normal to dry skin. This is in the shade 180. I actually don't remember getting this at all, but I have it and I'm going to use it. So there's that. And then the last one I have is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in 02A. I remember really liking this, but it being just a really odd undertone. So I might start using this next month because I do have this in a project pan rolling thing. But I do have a pretty good amount of usage, and I want to see if I can just kind of finish it up, maybe mix it together to add a little bit more coverage. But right now, I don't know. Next I have 4 concealers. I have 2 of the Incognito Wet n Wild concealers. I have them in the shade Medium Neutral and Fair Beige. My Fair Beige cap broke, so I am trying to use this up. I don't really like know how much, like if I like spin it, like you can kind of see in, but yeah, I have like no idea how much usage in here. I do use them every day. This is my like spot concealer. I know for a fact that I don't use this like nearly as much because I don't spot conceal every day. But these are the two that I'm using right now. I'm gonna use them until they're done, and then I have these two. Well, actually, maybe I could start using this one. This is the Milani Conceal & Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade 130 Light Beige. I know that I had another one of these that was like way too dark. I honestly feel like I could use this up if I wanted to, like if I tried hard enough. So I might put this like in my everyday makeup, try it out a little bit more. I don't remember what I thought of this because I know I like the foundation, but I don't use the concealer very often. So there's that. And then I have the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear. I don't use this very much solely because I really like cruelty-free makeup. But I'm kind of like branching out a little bit more. This is in the shade Oatmeal 345. I feel like I've used this like once or twice. This doe foot is massive. But I do know that I want to use up all my concealers because they are kind of getting old in age. This one especially, I think this is my oldest concealer. But right now I'm just so in love with the Wet n Wild ones that I don't want to like change it. Especially since I'm breaking out and I really don't know what's causing it, having an allergic reaction, things like that. But that's fine. So it says I only have 3 powders, which I know isn't true because I very much have 4. So I'm just gonna show all of them, kind of see some of them. So I have the NYX HD Finishing Powder, Pressed Powder. Yeah, I'm using this until it's done. I use this literally every single day that I wear makeup. Sometimes I wear it when I don't wear makeup and I just want like to matten my face. It's really good at that. It also really hides a lot of texture on my face and I really enjoy it. Next is this Bare Minerals Clear Radiance. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's very pink, but this is my oldest powder, and the second that this is done, I'm going to use this until it's finished, which I don't think would take very long, but we'll see. It definitely sells 12 months, and this is older than 12 months, so I really want to get it out. Next, I have the Clean CoverGirl Pressed Powder. You can see the rings in there. I just prefer pressed powder. I don't know what it is. I just feel like it hides my texture a lot better. But I do really like that, especially if I want more coverage. And the last one I have is the Flower Beauty Setting Powder, Better Not Bitter from Beauty Bakery. This is in Oat Translucent. I think I've used this like maybe one time. I don't remember what I thought about it, but I do know that I really like Beauty Bakery's like powder formulas for like everything. So specifically eyeshadow and blush. I don't actually, was it blush? I don't know. But I am going to keep that and like use it, and yeah. So next is blush. And it says I only have 5 blushes, which I know is not true. So I'm just gonna go through all of them. So first I have this Revlon Ravishing Rose blush. I repressed this. I love the color of this. It's amazing, wonderful, fantastic. And I do not see myself finishing this anytime soon. Next I have the CoverGirl Cheekers blush in Peach Gilt. And then on the bottom I have like an eyeshadow like duo that I like pressed into here, and I just like mixing it with this because the combination is so nice, especially for the fall and like the winter months. So this I am trying to finish. There's 3 grams, 0.12 ounces. Yeah, and since we're on the powder blush kick right now, next I have Daydream powder blush, the Sweet Cheeks NYX matte powder blush in Daydream. This is like falling apart. So I might go ahead and try and use this. There is 5 grams in here. Do I have tape? I do have tape. The weirdest part about it is that like all of the fallout on it is sparkly, so it's not this blush, and so I don't know where it's coming from. So I will try and use it. Can you tell that I have like no specific type in blush that I really like? All right, Next, I have the Milani Luminoso blush. My mom got me this for Hanukkah this year, so it's very new. I like it. I definitely think I'm going to use this a lot more in like the spring and summer months, just because right now this is like my go-to blush, which is totally fine. I enjoy it. It's actually the first time I've ever used Milani blush, powder blush, but we'll get into that. And then the last one I have is this palette right here where it has 4 blushes. I also like to use this like as a bronzer shade, even though it still has like the reddish like tone to it. But yeah, I mix these two a lot, and they're super pigmented. Love them. This is the Blink Glow Getter Face Palette. Pretty sure I got it in a BoxyCharm. And then next I have 3 cream blushes. So I have this Ink Velvet 24/7 blush, cream blush in the shade 27. This is really, really nice. Again, I use it. I'll probably use this a lot more in the spring just because it's a brighter color. The one I'm using right now is the Milani Kiss Cheek Liquid Blush in the shade 160 Berry Smooch. I love this blush. I love the blending. It's so easy. The only gripe I have against it is this. It's so messy. But it's fine because I feel like I'm getting a lot of product and a lot of use regardless. And then the last one that I have is this Alley Oop cream blush. This is Stack the Odds Sunkissed. Yep. And then it comes with the highlighter and stuff. I'll get into that later. Yeah, that's all of the blushes that I have. I don't want to go into the bronzer section and just say that I only have 3 because I don't know how many I have. So starting off with my singles, the first one I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I don't plan on finishing any bronzers this year, like at all. If I do, great. I doubt it. So this is the butter bronzer. You can still see a lot of it. This I like to use a lot, just like a lot in the winter because my skin is very, very like light. And this doesn't show up any other time of the year. Same thing with this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is, I think, my newest bronzer. I haven't used it a lot, but it's pretty good, and I like the formula. And then my favorite bronzer of all time is the Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer. Like, the front is completely, like, worn off. This is what it looks like. I like using this pretty much any time that I tan. I like using this whenever it's, like, dark, like, it's, like, summer, fall, spring, things like that. So I will be pulling this out pretty soon. Next, I have 4 in this e.l.f. face palette. This is in the shade Bronzed Beauty. Can I open it? The only time that this palette ever works is if I mix all of them together. Every single one of them. So I might actually start using this as an eyeshadow, and if I just don't use it that way, because I do have a lot of eyeshadow. If I don't use it that way, then I will probably just declutter it and give it to somebody with like a lighter complexion. And then lastly, I have this contour set from Aesthetica, and the only reason I kept it is because it's Aesthetica, and I'm very glad that I did. So this is what it, okay. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, there are little like dots right here. I like to use them for fake freckles. I do use the shade 2 cream contour or like cream bronze, but I use these for freckles. And then like I'll use these to kind of like clean up like after I've already done my makeup and I just want like a refresher. But I don't really use the top shades a lot. But I could technically count those as concealer. I just don't because I don't use them very often. But it's like if I finished all the bottom shades, I wouldn't be mad if I just got rid of the top shades. But yeah, that's all the bronzers that I have. Next is highlighter. Now I don't use highlighter a lot. I don't like to change up my highlighter very much. But it says I have 4, and that might very well be accurate. It was indeed. So starting off, I have the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Monster, and I have pan on it. It's just a little baby pan, and it has the pink reflection. I like this. I'm actually gonna put this back in my everyday makeup since I finished another highlighter, and I will get to that. I will keep the other highlighter palette, like whatever. So next is the City Color Highlight Trio. If you've been on my channel a while, you know that these 2 shades were like my absolute favorite highlighters of all time, and now I'm going to use up the gold. You can see there's a lot of pan on it already. And it is like down, like you can see all the side pan on it. So I'm gonna keep this. I do like to use this as an eyeshadow. It's too dark for my skin right now, but I do use this so often that I'm like 90% sure I can finish it this year. So that's very exciting. Next, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in, can you take a guess, Precious Petals. And I do have pan on it, so I like to use this more as like a blush topper than a highlighter, but the way I wear my blush just in general, or not my blush, my highlighter in general is a blush topper, so I feel like I could get a lot more use out of it this year. I just want to finish up the other two before going into this, even though this is my oldest highlighter, which is so, no, the City Color is my oldest highlighter, but that's still super embarrassing to say, but like I have like an oldest. This is actually my newest. This is the Milani Strobe Light in 01 Afterglow something. I love this highlighter. You can see like the usage in it. This is going to take a while to finish up, and I do know that for a fact. There's 8.5 grams, like this is massive. But when all my other highlighters are done, that's going to be the only highlighter I own for like a while. And if you haven't caught on, I am trying to use up a lot of my makeup because I am in a college dorm and I don't have a lot of space for makeup. My goal is to be able to fit everything in here and then in my little acrylic like container, and then have like a couple palettes on the side if I have to. But yeah, next is eyebrows. I don't do my eyebrows very often because I have really good ones, except for gel. So I have this NYX micro brow pencil. If I do need to fill in my eyebrows, this is what I use. This is in the shade chocolate, I think. Yes. I don't have much left in here. Yeah, that's all I have left. So I'm gonna use this up, and then I probably won't repurchase, which breaks my little heart, but I'll get into the second one later. I do have the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. So just clear. This is a really good brow gel. The only reason I have that is because they didn't have the e.l.f. one, which is what I normally go to. And then I have this Trestique like brow duo, the shade Mocha. This is very, very red on me, which is why I don't use it. I don't have much left. It's also very waxy, as you can see. So yeah, I am gonna try and use it up. And then it does have a brow gel, which I just don't like colored brow gel. But this is getting up there in age and I do just want to use it up, but I want to finish something that I enjoy before I do get something I don't enjoy, if you catch the drift. Next is eyeliner, and I only have two eyeliners. I have this Bare Minerals One Fine Line in Exact Onyx. My dad got me this. This is super old. I really wish I knew how much was in here, just like to scroll up, but it doesn't like come back down. It says there's 0.07 grams, so this is on my like get it out list because it is super old. And then I have the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Also, this is really good if you just like a black tight line. But this is the Epic Ink Liner Waterproof. This is what I use for my wings. This is like my favorite eyeliner, but I don't do wings very often because I suck at them. Next, I have eye primers and like eye singles just because I don't have a lot of them and I don't use them very often. So I have one eye primer, and it's the Thank Me Later Elizabeth Mott eye primer. I have used an entire one of these before and I enjoyed it. I don't use eye primer very often, but when I do, this is just good to have. Next, I have this Rose Quartz Liquid Eyeshadow from Lucky Bonbon Incorporated. I have used this as a liquid blush, and I might go back to using it as a liquid blush if I don't like, or like if I need like a specific shade, because this is such like a light like wash of color. And then the last one I have is the Beauty Crop Ginger and Prosecco. This is such like a beautiful like shade, but they're not shades I use very often. I don't use like liquid eyeshadow very much, but it is there if I ever feel like I need to use it. And then it says mascara is next, and I only have two, which I should probably go ahead and buy another one because this one, the Give Me Lala Beauty Mascara in black, this is a really good mascara. It's just very dry, like here. There's nothing on that wand. And it's very good if you like just want like a natural lash. Like I do use it like on its own as a natural lash very often, or pretty often. But I also have the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, just because sometimes you want a dramatic lash, and I don't like wearing actual lashes. I have actual lashes, like fake lashes, but yeah. So that's it really for mascara. Next is setting spray, and I have one. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. I hate this. One, it's loud. Two, I just like the coconut mist better. I don't like the like sprayer because it is super fine. It also has a really shitty smell to it, so there's that. Oh, I know why, because I put face palettes as its own separate, which is probably why it's all like that. But I already did face palettes. I have, it says I have 5. Oh, never mind. I get it now. But yeah, I have 5 face palettes. And since I didn't use this in the highlighter section, 4 highlights, 1 highlight, and then 1 bronzer, and that is very dark on me. I can still use it though, so I'm chilling. Next, it says I have 20 eye palettes, which I wouldn't be surprised if I did have 20 eye palettes. So I ended up finding another face palette. Another blush, another bronzer, another blush, another highlighter, another bronzer. This one broke a little bit. This is a great blush. I do use this quite often. This highlighter is a little bit dark on me, but I can get it to work if I use it super lightly. This bronzer is also pretty dark on me, but again, I can get it to work if I use it kind of lightly. Now, going into eyeshadow, because that's where we're at. I have this CoverGirl Quad. This is in the shade Alfresco. Yeah, it's just a simple thing. I think I got it for like a dance competition or something. Then I have this, which my friend actually sent me. This is the I Heart Revolution Cherry Palette. It's so beautiful. I love these colors. This purple right here, gorgeous on the lower lash line. Next, this is probably one of my oldest palettes. My dad got it for me, so I'm probably gonna take it out actually. This is the Smashbox Golden Hour, like Cover Shot Golden Hour. This one broke and I'm still so upset about it, but there is still a little bit. So I'm gonna try and like use it at some point. Next I have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions. Can you tell I have a type of eyeshadow that I really like? This is gorgeous. I love it. Next I have the Lime Crime Venus palette. This was sent to me in a BoxyCharm, and I love this. This is actually like one of the palettes like on my like wish list, because I just love purples. This color right here, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And actually I've used this color as a blush, so I need to like go through my palettes and like pull some out. Next I have the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. These 2 colors are like the only 2 I haven't used. All the other ones I have, and even then I have used these for like themed looks, I guess. This color right here, gorgeous. Next I have the Hello Kitty ColourPop palette. I love my purples. I wish that this was like a full purple palette, because this color, and this color just like don't match the vibe, but it is a very nice palette. Next I have the Butter eyeshadow palette from Visions Formula. This is Tropical Days. This used to be like my favorite eyeshadow palette, and you can't even tell. Like, what the heck? Next I have the Real Her Dream So Big eyeshadow palette. I like this for just like a more like neutral eyeshadow palette. It has really nice shadows. I really like the quality of them. Next I have the Tartist Pro palette. I also really enjoy this palette. Yeah, it also smells really good, so I'm just like chilling, I guess. Next I have the Afrique by Juvia's. I really used to be into color eyeshadow, and now I'm just like not, but I love this eyeshadow so much that it's just worth it to keep it. And I do want to incorporate more color because I stopped wearing so much color in my clothing, so I do want to like put color like on my face. Next I have the Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk palette. I love this palette. I pull it out literally all the time. I love the oranges. I love orange tones. I love purple tones. So, and I also love the quality. Next I have the Warrior 3 by Juvia's. This is a palette I like specifically asked for. I actually used to be really into like colored blush, so I've used this as a blush, I've used this as a highlighter, I've used this as a blush, this is a blush, this is a blush. I'm pretty sure I've used this as a blush too, so there's that. Next I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon in the shade Heart and Soul. My friend actually bought this for me, and I love this eyeshadow. I do pull it out quite often because it's just like a simple like wash of color that just blends so easily. And like there's like some dark shades, there's some light shades, you can mix them. This purple tone and this pink tone actually work really, really well with the oranges. So yeah. Next I have 3 of the Natasha Denona like 5-pan palettes. So I have Cupid, which doesn't actually have a lot of purple tones in it, which I'm kind of upset about, but that's fine. Next I have the Jubilee palette. I use this like yellow eyeshadow all the time. Like I pull it out specifically for that eyeshadow. And then I have the Peak eyeshadow, which is like the main one that I use because you get some reds, you get some pinks, and I just love it. Next I have the Naked 3 palette, and everybody hated this palette, and I'm like, I love this palette. This palette is so good, but then again, it broke. Little me really needs to learn how to press eyeshadow, or repress eyeshadow. But yeah, I love this palette, especially like down here, like they're all the same color. Like, no, they're not. So there's that. I do wish the quality was a little bit better. I got this before 2020. I'll say that. And then the last 2 are the 2 that I'm using currently. So this is my Pan That palette. This is the Revolution Forever Dynamic Serenity palette. I mean, like, they're average eyeshadows. I do like the browns. I'm gonna recycle that. But overall, I have a lot of palettes like it, and it is like smaller. So I do think I could like use it because I do use it just about every day. And then I have my Modern Renaissance palette, which I just love. I got this before 2019. The palette looks like, obviously very well loved. This shade is almost gone. I use these shades as highlight. The shade can be done relatively quickly. That shade can be done relatively quickly. I use this in my eyebrows a lot. But yeah, there is not one untouched shade in this palette. I do think that these 2 are the next hit pan, and then like I'm gonna try and use up the ones that already have pan. I do know, look how disgusting this front is. I do know that if this isn't done relatively soon, I'm just gonna throw it away, which breaks my heart because this was a gift to me. But I also know that like it's just dangerous to be putting on my eyes with it being that old. Okay, next is chapstick. It doesn't have 13. I can only find 9, so that's all I'm gonna show. So first I have 3 Sky Organics lip balms. This was a present a couple Christmases ago. So I have Eucalyptus Mint, which is like the main one that I keep like in my everyday makeup. I have Cherry Bomb, which I normally like bring with me to school, like to class or whatever. And then I have Strawberry Berry, which is just kind of like one that I grab for in general. And then I have a couple of chapsticks, but the 2 that are open is Sugar Cookie and Pumpkin Pie. I know that I'm missing 2 of my chapsticks because both of them are candy cane. But yeah, I use these a lot to like blend out lip liner. So So there's that. And then I use the Rooted Beauty Soothing Lip Balm with chia seeds and argan oil. I use this quite often. I stole this from my mom, so there's that. And the last one I have is the Spa Collection chapstick. So I have mint tea, rose water, and almond oil. I should probably take that out of the packaging as well, but right now I just don't care enough. Next, lip liners. It says I have 7, which is probably pretty accurate. So I have 2 Sephora lip liners, which I have both of them in a project pan, so hopefully I can use them up. Next, I have this, they're in pink beige and nude beige. They're pretty good. Next, I have this NARS lip crayon in Dragon Girl. I use this if I want a red lip because it's perfect. Just throw like a lip gloss on over top. And then I have this lip liner, which I know that I love. It says it's Monlit Loon number 49 Core. I'm pretty sure I need to sharpen it. Yeah. I love this color. Oh, it's like a later. I'm pretty sure I have to sharpen most of these. Next, I have this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Whipped Caviar. Love this one too. Need to sharpen this one as well. I like my go-to like lip combo is a lip liner and a lip gloss, so yeah. And then I have 3 of the Milani lip liners. So I have Nude, True Red, and All Natural. So this one is nude, or this one's all natural, needs to be sharpened, of course. Probably just go ahead and sharpen all of them right after this video. True Red, yep, needs to be sharpened. And then this one actually doesn't. That's pretty cool. This one is nude. So there's my lip liners. So next it says lipstick, which is, I separated from liquid lipstick for some reason. So for lipstick, I only have 3. So I have this Fenty Beauty lipstick in Effin' Black. I don't use it very often. I might actually, because I love the way I look with black lips. So there's that. And then I have this Context lipstick in the shade Tears Are Fallen. Beautiful. I don't use bullet lipsticks very often, but I'm going to. And then I have MAC Red, which I used to use for cheer. And then next for liquid lipstick, it says I have 7. Also, I'm saying it says because I don't know how many I have, but I'm pretty sure most, if not all of my like lip stuff is pretty accurate. Oh, I just found 2 more chapsticks. I'll get to that later. So first I have the NYX Lingerie XXL in the shade Expose Me. This is a beautiful lipstick. I got this back home because I forgot a lip product as I get it on my finger. And then I have this Pixie satin lip tint in the shade Calm. I thought this would be more of a lip oil than a lipstick, and I'm kind of like upset about it, but it's a gorgeous color, so I do wear it. It's also not satin, it's very matte, but maybe that's just my lips. Next, I have this Bare Minerals in the shade Boss, the matte liquid lipstick. My dad got it for me. Beautiful color, it's just a really nice brown. Oh, it smells so good. And then I have this Dose of Colors lipstick in the shade Date Night. Can you tell that I have a thing for red lipstick despite me not ever wearing it? Yeah. It's also disgusting and I don't know why. And then the last one I have are 3 half-caked lipsticks in the shades Theme Song, 82 Bordeaux, and Low Key. And then it says I have 20 lip glosses, which is probably very accurate. Yeah. Anyway, the 2 chapsticks that I forgot are both EOS. So I have Birthday Cake and Peppermint Cream. I don't remember getting this one. I do remember getting this one. This one's pretty old. I need to use that up. Okay. This also includes lip oils. So let me organize real quick. Okay. So starting off, I have 5 of these Mary Kay lip glosses. My brother's girlfriend got for me. Is it this one? Yes. So I have the shades Iconic Red, Berry Delight, Unique Mauve, Fancy Nancy, and Tawny Nude. And these are actually really good. I can see myself using these up pretty quickly. It's like how much is in here, maybe, possibly. No, damn. So yeah, I'll probably make an effort to use these up despite them like being new. And then next I'm gonna go into lip oils. So the first one I have is this Trust Fund Beauty Better Than Therapy lip oil. I love this. This is like my favorite clear gloss ever, and it really moisturizes my lips, so that's good. And then I have 3 of these Cab Beauty lip oils. So I have the shades Lime, Rum Punch, and Lemon. I'm allergic to lemons and limes, and these do not like irritate my lips at all, so that's. Next I have this Mary Cookie lip gloss. It's from Bath and Body Works. This one, and then the Wet n Wild lip gloss in the shade Cancer. I'm a Sagittarius. Both of them have like the holographic like tint to it, which I don't necessarily like, so I don't reach for them very often, but they are good formulas, so I do wear them. Next I have this Kismet Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Baby. I love this. This is a very pigmented lip gloss. Yeah, gorgeous. Next I have this Alamar Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Birthday Suit. This also has like a holographic tint to it, but because it's not a clear gloss, I don't hate it on my lips as much, so that's pretty good. Next I have this lip gloss in Bare Minerals lip gloss in Daredevil. I actually only started wearing this recently because I was so intimidated by the color. It's such a beautiful like berry color. Why is it so dark all of a sudden? I'm so sorry, the lighting is so bad as I drop everything. What the heck? Okay, and then I have 2 more Bare Minerals lip glosses. So this is the shade Can't Even. I use this one a lot. Like this is like over halfway done. You just can't tell because of how it was laying. And then I have Tantalize. I'm just not a fan of brown glosses, but my dad got it for me, so I'm determined to use it up. That was really hard to get out. And it is like a gorgeous color, but I would definitely have to wear like a pink lip gloss, like underneath, not a lip gloss, lipstick underneath it. And then I have 4 butter glosses, and then we're at the end. So I have Apple Strudel, I have Tiramisu, which is my absolute favorite, I have Strawberry Parfait, and then I have, I think it says meringue. So yeah, that's all my makeup. It's a lot. This is probably a really long video, and I'm gonna have to edit it and sit and not do homework. Oh no. So yeah, that's all my makeup. I hope you enjoyed hearing what I liked, what I didn't like, what I kind of had an issue with, some things that I plan on using up. I will check back in maybe a little bit later in the year, maybe around summertime, because I do have to bring all this back home with me for summer, which is super exciting, which is another reason why I'm trying to use up a lot of the makeup that I have. But I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. All my social media is also down below. Comment anything makeup related or just anything you want to see on my channel, other than hauls. All hauls, all closet clean outs, everything like that is on my TikTok. It's just my name. It's just Maddie Norton. So yeah, I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye.